My name is Megan, and I am the program manager at Melly's Market and Cafe. We've noticed a lot of gaps over the years of people coming into the program when they're 21 and over and not knowing a lot of foundational things that maybe a lot of other people in society might know, including, washing your hands, showing up to work, looking as professional as you can be, and knowing time or spatial awareness. There's a lot of foundational skills that we want the youth to build before they leave high school so that after high school, they're more prepared to enter the workforce or come to Melly's and get ready to enter the community, whether it's for a job, working with their family, contributing around the house, volunteerism in some sort of way so that we're getting to them sooner.
I'm Hillary, and I have a 4-year-old daughter named Charlotte who's going into senior kindergarten. The Down syndrome community was so loving and embracing and showed us just how bright her future could be. And ever since she's been here, she's been keeping us on our toes and reminding us every day not to limit her.
My name is Ed. I'm the father of Stephen, who works at Melly's Marketplace and Cafe, and he also trains there. It is, I think, a three-pronged approach to any career or setting up, a child living on the spectrum. A child has to have the willingness to push themselves a little bit on their boundaries. I think that's where the growth is when they push themselves.
Having everyone know what a wallet is, a bank, a direct deposit. That's something you need to get a job, and not everybody knows that. Instead of tackling that when they're 21, 22, 23, we're tackling it when they're 15, 16, 17, so that after high school, they know what a SIN card is and they're bringing it to me so they can start their job or their resume. They have it all ready to go. So really bringing in the foundations to them, because if these skills are carried forward, I really think that they're going to know that they can work and they're going to want to work after school. They're going to have motivation. They're going to have a lot of ambition and excitement to want to work.
Program's really providing a baseline. It's providing a resource or a steady state of training for somebody who can go into any kind of field. It's not just for job employment. A lot of it's about personal growth. There's people around me that are like me, and we know that together we can succeed.
My name is Courtney. I'm a learning and development coach here at Melly's. I work alongside adults with disabilities as well as teens in the summer program, and I help teach them workplace and personal development skills. I was really inspired to make a fun, immersive, life-size format of activities, which ultimately ended up in me creating over 140 activities that were super fun and engaging so that people could not only learn lots of skills, but have a lot of fun doing so as well. We also do some fun interactive activities such as loading trucks for spatial awareness. So we pretend their trucks broke down and they have to move all these boxes into a smaller truck and things like that. And this is to prepare them so that they can act out all these different scenarios that could potentially happen in a workplace if they were to get a job outside of Melly's. And we want to make sure that they're getting prepared while having fun doing those.
I think when we start talking about, what the transition is for a kid who lives with autism and what his, lifelong ambitions are, it's difficult at an early age to see that. But if you don't support him, there won't be a lot of opportunities.
There's kind of like 7 overall things they're learning. There's 6 main interactive units that we have. Communication, presenting your best self, managing time, safe community navigation, independent accounting, and workplace wellness. All of these things are gaps that we notice in our 6-month program. These are teaching foundational skills and to be able to do bigger skills that relate to doing the job. That means going through and doing interactive activities with all of their coaches. After that, they get to go to Melly's and do the job.
So Stephen currently working at Melly's Marketplace and also having a job at FreshGo, it's really giving him the opportunity that he knows that work life is going to be something part of his life moving forward. And he knows he's gained that confidence in himself to be able to do those things. He works and lives independently. And I think in an environment at Melly's where there is a lot of support with that inclusive lens on his opportunities, it kind of gives him the confidence to grow. And I can see that year after year about how independent he's become.
Role-playing, POS systems, and market. We do this so that they're able to apply their skills with a coach and get used to how to communicate with a coach or their peers, whether it's taking an order or assisting someone in the market. That way they're able to feel more comfortable when it's actually time to apply those skills to a customer.
Giving them the opportunity to grow. Sometimes they don't have these opportunities to be with their peers. They learn and they also express themselves in different ways that you may not see in other environments. I think that is a part of their growth and a part of their self-advocacy. Sitting at home is not as effective. I think sometimes you have to let your child grow and let them be exposed to a little bit of risk, a little bit of adventure. Him being exposed to a structure has built his confidence and his independence.
I was filming a video last week asking the summer students what skills they learned this summer, and the answers that I got showed how much the activities really stuck with them. So they were saying things from sidewalk etiquette to professionalism, communication, grip strength, which were all these activities that we did. Consistent encouragement. If they say I can't do that, we always encourage everyone to try their best. So it's been really good to see that I can't do that change to I will try my best, which has been a breakthrough moment for me. I think all of our participants at Melly's are capable of so many amazing things, and they might not even realize it, but as a coach, you get to see the progress each and every week that someone has made.
Early transition is key. The earlier, the better. For those parents out there with children who are, in the younger teens that need that support, I encourage them to participate in as many programs as possible, get their child out there in any environment, social environment, and I think that's going to help them build the child's confidence. It doesn't just build the confidence for the child, it builds the confidence for the parent. Because the parents they're very apprehensive, they want to support and they want to nurture their child, but in some cases you have to slowly let go and put them in a little bit more challenging situations for them to grow. And sometimes it's not the most popular viewpoint, but in most cases, the child grows. And that's what I think parents sometimes don't know, is that there are caring people out there who have a structured program, who are here to support. And I think that would be very beneficial to start earlier than later.
I want them to know that they can work and be motivated to want to take that on in their life. When they come in after high school, I don't think that there's many opportunities for them, but there's so many and they're so capable of being able to do it. I really want these youth to be able to build their confidence, carry that with them, and share what they've learned to their support system, their parents, their teachers, their people in their community, because they're the ones that are going to really help make sure that these skills aren't just being forgotten, they're being carried forward.
They've had a lifelong experience with a child with autism that has been probably secluded or not included in a lot of activities from the school environment, potentially in family, in the community. And once you give them that opportunity to be heard, to have that feeling of belonging, I think that they can succeed in any way that they want. So I think it's a three-way approach. Having the community, an organization like Melly's, a parent and the child, to work together to support each other for that growth.
Receiving a diagnosis that your child has a disability is definitely a very isolating feeling. And so finding community and having people that you can relate to and understand you is so important. And it's so amazing that we have that space now in the community that we can go to. We love getting together with our Down syndrome friends at Melly's, and it's a place where if our kids are maybe a little overstimulated or there's just something there, there's no judgment. It's a judgment-free place where we can get together and they are celebrated and included rather than feeling judged. If you're receiving a new diagnosis, the best thing you can do is connect with others and find your community and your people within the community. And Melly's is a great place to always start.
I think that he's going to be able to grow and astonish us all in the future.